Fight for the ultimate answer.
My mission.
The enemy is...
Hi guys, as you saw from the intro, in this game, I decided to play Hylos as a side laner.
The enemy is banning.
The reason I do this is because I have not really made a video on playing tanks in the side lane. Unlike the build order I mentioned in my Lolita video, when playing tanks as the side laner, you will have to build a little differently. In an LBB, there are several heroes with tank as their primary role who can perform pretty well when played in the side lane. They are Baxiel, Hylos, Beleric, Varats, Uranus, Gotho Kako, Blue, Brock, and Johnson. Our team decided to first pick Odette, while the enemies were gonna first pick two of the best heroes in the current meta. Looking at the team composition, the enemies definitely have a more meta pick compared to our team. However, Sidelane Hylos is not going to lose because of this, which you would be able to see throughout the gameplay.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed!
As expected, I would be facing Paquito in my lane, however, he seemed to have underestimated my slow effects and continuous damage. Isn't it rare to see a Paquito running away from the waves? I still had full HP, while he was going to die if he did not retreat. I noticed my team playing really aggressively in the enemy's jungle, so I decided to kill this minion and send as much help as possible. By looking at the way that Diggy was playing, I was pretty sure he did not intend to play the feeding strategy, but he was a little inexperienced instead. Just look at the damage, and I barely lost any HP. At this point, I was getting a little overconfident and I decided to retreat a little as my spell was on CD, and Armage was nowhere near to help dealing damage. Not gonna lie, it was really unbelievable that I survived that. I thought I would have died right there. It was a pretty big wave. If I recall right now, I would lose a good amount of gold and experience. I was also pretty sure that the Paquito was thinking the same. He was very unlikely to continue attacking me because he was also pretty low in HP. Since the enemies were all distracted in the other lanes, I decided to wait a little and clear the waves carefully before recalling.
I will only rest when there is peace. To me, you shall be.
I decided to go for the Molten Essence as it was not that expensive. Most importantly, it will add up my damage since it is based on my max HP. In case you didn't know, Hylos passive converts every 1 point of mana into 1.5 points of HP. This means that Hylos will deal a lot more damage when using items that deals HP based damage. These items include Thunderbelt and Cursed Helmet.
Become stronger.
Attack the turtle. Okay.
Here, I was busy looking at Hilda and thinking how could I help her. She revealed herself too early and that put her in a bad position while our team was nowhere near. I totally wasted my skill here. My intention was to help her speed up and escape. Little did I know she was already fast enough to run out of danger.
Initiate retreat.
Stay near to me. You shall become stronger.
Killing spree.
I will only rest when there is
Attack the turtle.
charge forward.
Ally has slain the turtle. Slain. Mega kill. Ult is not ready.
Charge forward and fear nothing.
Although I am pretty tanky, I still should have sidestepped his attacks rather than taking all the hits.
Protect the fairy forests. Protect my people.
Well, making a silly mistake like this totally deserved to be killed. Regardless, having him wasted his flicker was good as he had to plan his moves better when he faces my teammates. The Paquito seemed to have become cocky after killing me just now, but he seemed to have forgotten that Hylos was a tank.
Well played.
Cannot.
I noticed a teamfight was about to happen in the mid lane, so it would be good if I can help them out. Well, we just got one kill, but that was okay, since we managed to protect Odette from dying.
An ally has slain the turtle. We're ahead in gold.
Protect the fairy forests. Protect my people.
Killing spree.
You cannot beat me.
I guess he really did not need to be scared of me. He totally had the ability to melt my HP bar like butter. But that is just for now. In case you were wondering, I am using my ultimate to heal a little in case Paquito comes out and bursts me down. I wanted to clear the waves badly before recalling. Oh, there he is again. This time, I am gonna teach him a lesson to stop being so cocky when facing me. I am trying to let his guard down, as I wanted to wait for Harley to come and help, so this guy can definitely die. Instead of aiming the ultimate at the target, aim towards the direction that can help you go ahead of him. I panned around the map and noticed Lunox was scared away by Hilda. This means it is the right time to gank this lonely ranger.
You have slain an enemy. Ult is not ready.
I will only rest when there is peace.
Ult is ready.
When being pressured by multiple enemies like this Paquito, and your team is nowhere nearby while the enemies are all missing, it is better just to sacrifice the tower and not give the enemies extra gold by dying more.
Killing spree.
I will only rest when there is
When given the opportunity, try to take down this middle turret while your enemies are busy at the other lanes. With this turret down, the enemies will lose a lot of vision and protection.
Killing spree. Double kill. Launch attack.
Now that we have the advantage, we should definitely try to catch any enemies off guard, then win the game before they make a comeback. Ew, Diggy just used the ultimate skill. We should not stay longer anymore. That was definitely a mistake. Not knowing when to retreat will lead to something like this happening. They almost wiped us out and made a comeback. Luckily, we had a pretty godly Harley. As usual, gotta make sure the jungler does not die and secure the Lord, so I have to make sure the surrounding enemies are zoned off. Forgive me please, I wanted to take down this turret really badly, but I am doing the same like the Johnson in my Lolita video. Now that Odette helped me to take it down, I felt relieved. XD. You might think I did not have to waste my ultimate here, but what I'm thinking was that Diggy's ult will probably be a problem for us to win a team fight, so either force him to use it or kill her. Looking at the map, I realize our minion waves were still far behind, so I decided to back off a little.
You shall fear me.
What do you think? Was this Diggy using the feeding strategy, or was he simply not experienced enough to play Diggy the normal way? Personally, I think it was the latter, because he was playing too passively since the beginning, which is not how you should play the feeding strategy. By the way, from today onwards, the Diggy feeding strategy can no longer work, as they nerfed it really badly, so don't do that anymore in ranked games. The same goes to the suicide push strategy of Bane. But if you really like the strategy, Masha could be an alternative for Bane. I will add a label on the titles of the videos about the strategies, of course you can still watch them, but just for entertainment purposes.
I will only rest when there is peace.
Just look at my HP regeneration. My teammates were trying to take the Lord. Since their jungler was still alive, Gotta make sure it won't be stolen, otherwise it will pretty much be a comeback for them. Like I said, this Diggy was a little inexperienced. When playing Diggy, you should always pay attention to your respawn time, so you won't die right after, and can provide more help to teammates. In my opinion, given the slow effects and continuous damage, Hylos can do a pretty good job in the side lane. If your team already has a roamer, and needs more durability while the enemies have to marksman, you may want to try him out in the side lane. This is because catching marksmen with your skill can easily kill them because they cannot deal much damage to you and your team, while you can continue bullying the marksman.
Victory!
That's it for today's video. If you find it entertaining, consider leaving a like and subscribing.